Q3 at the Silverstone circuit then, the British GP, the homeboys' favourite, that is for sure. It begins 12 minutes on the clock in a top 10 shootout. We got Flecky VXR, Storm Twister, Callum Ultra. We got Mellow, Blocky, Exotic, WKD Moss, Snacks, and MK2 Ellis. So we've got both the racing points in, both at the Mercs, and I think it's only them where they've got 2 drivers in. Wow. Flecky straight out leading the pack. No, actually, I think there's someone's got ahead of him. Who is it that's managed to get out? Blocky. Blocky gets out first. I like it. So this is going to be a very, very interesting Q3 because obviously it's going to be all out on the soft tyres. I think you're going to see some good laps to begin with, but with the way the track evolution's going, it seems like there's going to be some quicker laps second time round. What do you think?
Yeah, I think with the natural track evolution it will be. Also the confidence as well. Once you've put this first lap in, you know you literally just balls to the wall, and if it comes off the road, it comes off the road. But yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how far these guys are pushing kind of late on. Moss, the only one sitting in the garage, he does not want to be involved in this train. I mean, is working its way around the Silverstone circuit.
It'd be busy. Let's say what it is. It is very,
Exotic's already drunk. Drunk? Already drunk? That would be horrible at his age. But yeah, so Exotic has already dropped back a good number of cars. He wants to get in space. Don't forget, a very important session for that young man. With his 2-place penalty.
What a weird time to leave the pit lane. He's gonna have to get well out of the way. That is for sure. But,
yeah, it's going to compromise his warm-up lap. Yeah, 100%.
Here we go then.
He might just have enough in the bank actually to get round. If he does, it's going to be a good call.
We're going to ride on board.
The guys backing up as they come into Vale. This is what you find around here, because I say the exit of Vale and run through club is so important. Generally, you see it jamming up before they even get to Vale to make sure they get nice and clean through it.
We're going to ride a full lap of this Silverstone circuit on board with Blocky. The HUD in action as well.
Where do we pick him up? Brooklands Luffield, very, very tricky spot. Not using Blue's trademark V through Luffield though. Little kink of woodcut. Does seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Up and towards the old start pit straight. Legendary first corner that used to be Cops. Maggots and Beckett's now. Nice tidy through Maggots. Ooh, a little bit wide on both parts of Beckett's. Doesn't use all the road in Chapel either.
Whoa,
nice through Stowe though. A little bit wide, but made it work.
Wow.
Nice through Vale.
Let's see what it's good enough for.
Nice clean run through club.
So 26.8. Flecky.
Here's Flecky immediately.
Snacks though. Wow.
25.3.
25.3 even. Ooh, Storm Twister getting it a bit wrong. Let's have a look.
Question is though, are we going to see the Magic 24? Doesn't happen a lot around here. There's only a few times that I've seen it. It's a big push, but and I saw Ultra and Snacks talking about it earlier. They believe it's possible. Ultra hits of 25.8, a little bit off for Ultra.
That's really.
Could have been at a little sticky point somewhere.
Yeah, that is.
He's kept his foot pinned though, so I don't. He's going for the double run. Probably not after that entrance to Village.
Exotic as well, a 48.2. Let's see what Moss has got. See what he's got. It's a home race for him. Some great performances in qualifying so far. Finally revealing himself to the wider public as well to kickstart the Meet the Team. It's a decent exit. Clips the curb. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. WKD Moss goes into P2. P2. Okay. Now
yeah, it was really well hooked up that lap.
Wow. Okay. Some pressure on a few guys to put a decent second lap in. Woo! And look at that. We're on 6.5 minutes already. It's going like that.
The first time this season, Storm is the lead Mercedes. Storm currently in P3, a 10th quicker than Can-Am Ultra.
Can-Am Ultra as well. Not far behind Storm, and mellow cover, literally. Oh wow, exotic planes. 25.3 as well. That's a solid lap from him. Let's see what happens here. I think is Flecky doing a double run by the looks of it?
He is. That was a double run from Exotic. So it's paid off for him. Let's see if Flecky can make it work as well.
No, he
Blocky
backs off.
realises.
Was he out of fuel, or was that just a bit tentative?
Well, this might be the end of his double run lap.
It might be.
Obviously, it says 2 laps old. It doesn't tell us where they are in relation to those laps. But he was quite far. He was quite.
Oh.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
What on earth has he just done there?
So, may have been a little bit of showboating from Flecky, and he dropped it. Wow. And then went sailing towards the apex of Vale, managed to reset to track and get in. But
big GG's
that was that could have gone wrong.
To Haas Mazepin, good to have you in here.
So Blocky at the start. Oh my god, I wondered why it was slow. He's on full traction. Oh dear. He's been experimenting, and Snacks, he only forgot to use his ERS at the start of the lap. Not a big issue here. I mean, you do hurt yourself all the way down to like turn 3, but you do have it going through club to finish the lap. So it's kind of, it's one of those, you either have it at the start or you have it at the end.
I think definitely
unless you can manage it all the way through.
You know, especially coming out of, especially as you're going up through the gears at Woodcut, just on that exit there, just to kind of get up into top speed, because you're pretty much full throttle for what is about a quarter of the lap from that point then until, well, Beckett's really, because the entry Maggots and Beckett's is flat. You're only really just lifting off the throttle.
And even it's only the second part, really. Beckett's is just a lift and one downshift into the first part on the left, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's generally the second part where you brake and drop it down to.
Oh my goodness me. Mr. Toxic Fury throwing out some gifted subs.
Damn!
Love that. Things you love to see. Toxic Fury.
Let's have a look at a man who's pretty much gone through this qualifying session. Relatively unknown, very few little issues. Let's ride with MK2 Ellis. Let's see what Mr. Ellis has got. Haven't really seen much of him this session so far.
Amazing Warlad raids as well. Lucky goes, I don't think he's about to set his time. Come on then, Ellis. What has Ellis got? A 26.
He's had beautiful lines.
It's a decent.
Beautiful lines through the first few corners. This is looking great. Every apex has been nailed. He's using the curves on the outside. Does a little bit on the exit of Aintree he could have used into this Wellington straight.
And
now the big boy corners.
Here is a happy hump day indeed.
Brooklands and Luffield, little bit tentative. Get on the power through Luffield. Got his line a little bit wrong. Here we go, Rookip flick. And this is what Blue was talking about. This is basically a quarter of a lap of full throttle. Cops in your ears back. Lovely through Cops. Flat for both sections of Maggots. As you can see there, so that first part just dropped down one gear. The main braking is the second part. Uses Chapel nicely. Now Stowe. Does he get it in?
Holding it in.
He does again. Another one holding in 6th. Worked for him though. The line was beautiful. Through Vale, avoids the sausages on the inside. Good. And accelerates all the way through club. It's a good lap, that is.
not
Doesn't
bad.
go quicker though.
Doesn't improve. That was
Not quicker. It was.
expected.
He only missed it by 800ths.
Yeah.
He was 0.079 off of that.
Wow, how quick
So
is this
Mr.
session
Consistency,
going as well,
if
by the
anything
way?
else.
I mean, we've got
We've already
just
got a
over
142.
minute and a half. I mean, that is
If you're not
flying.
on, oh, Snacks with a 125.1. Nearly got the magic 24. Sadly, not today, unfortunately. I think it's probably a little bit too cloudy. I think if it was bright sunshine, I think we would have seen the 24, but
Montreal P5 at the minute. That is not where we expected him. Let's see what he can pull out of the hat.
yeah, well, I'd say
In
the
the
big one of this
moments
session
of
is Moss.
P3.
Moss has had a cracking effort to get to P3. Absolutely stunning lap.
What's he
Ultra
got?
is on one right now.
No,
Pretty sure.
Is it enough? He does.
It is,
Oh
25.1.
my days.
7,000 slower than Snacks. Boy, did he need that.
Wow. What is 7 thousandths? That is. Oh my goodness me. That is nothing. But surely both of them crossing the line, they are going to be pushing for one more lap to see whether they
Just
can
to put
get
that
it
into
done.
perspective, guys. 7,000ths of a second, right, is 0.7%.
I mean,
A
it's
second.
nothing. It is nothing.
Nothing.
That is nothing short of incredible to see. 7 thousandths in the battle for pole, but I think they are on laps as well. Let's see what Exotic's got. It's coming up towards the line, but I don't think he's going to be able to get round for another go. This may well be his final shot. It will be.
Flag's
He's not going
dropping
to reach
now.
the lane. Wow! Wow! Exotic goes on pole at 24.6.
That's bonkers.
Oh,
That's a great
Wow.
lap. We knew that. We thought the 24 would
Wow,
be.
hang on.
It needed magic. The 24.
what's Ultra
and
got?
oh my
He's got the grid penalty though. Ultra doesn't improve. Snacks is still on a lap. What's Moss
Storm
got
dropped
coming
it on
over the
the
line?
exit.
Moss at 25.6.
Doesn't go quicker. Storm's laps ruined. He went wide and dropped it on the exit of
Wow.
Cops.
But Exotic does have that 2-place grid penalty. So that would put him down into P3, which would, in the grand scheme of things, would not be bad. Let's see what a Storm Twister's got. He's coming up to the line.
Yeah, I don't think this will be
Wow.
anywhere. As I say, dropped it on the exit of Cops. Took a trip across the grass.
Late
Be very
drama.
surprised if this is. Oh, it does go quicker.
It does go quicker,
Wow.
but all eyes on the Flying Dutchman of Snacks 22. No, he slows down. It's not enough. It's not
he's
enough.
pitting.
He comes into the pits. Wow. That is... Oh, what is a first pole position for Exotic Planes, but he suffers a 2-place grid penalty after last week's Singapore GP. What a lap.
I tell you what. Storm could have been P2 if that was his quickest lap.
Wow.
He
yeah.
lost a bunch of time spinning it round on the exit of Cops. Like that could have been mega.
Wow. Wow. I mean, was not expecting Exotic to pull a lap like that out of the bag. That is sensational. Absolutely sensational. Wow. He'll start on the second row of the grid though. That grid penalty, he's made it work for him. But with a 24.683 is your fastest lap of qualifying. Snacks takes P2. He will be on the front row of the grid, but Callum Ultra will be joining him by 7 thousandths of a second. So close. What a qualifying. WKD Moss in P5, Storm Twister P4. Things looking good for the Mercedes boys in the Constructors' Championship bid.
Me